y'all. Okay, I'm back to share the outfits that I wore last week. So I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So on Tuesday, I was just getting back into town and I wanted something easy. So I settled for this dry goods white tee with the black letters. 1 second, y'all. So with the black graphic tee that said dry goods and maybe the year the store was established, I wore a pair of knee-length black shorts from Abercrombie & Fitch. Is it helpful for me to tell you where I got the item from? I often wondered about that. Let me know. So the shorts were from Abercrombie & Fitch, pleated. I don't believe I wore a belt. If I did, it was black. I don't recall. But with it, I did wear my black teaks. Y'all have had these shoes for a very long time. Maybe 2013. Maybe close to, it may not be 10 years, but close to 10 years. For the first few years, I wore them a lot, and then I put them away for another few years. And I just recently pulled them back out in like the last year. These are the ones that were famous for being able to be folded over, and they come with a little carrying case that I'm sure I don't have anymore. But I do have them in a couple of colors, and they are worth the money. I do wish that they made them in pointy toes now. I checked in recent months and they don't. So let me know if you have a pair of teaks and what you think of them. I think on Tuesday there was also some rain in the forecast, and so I wore my Stutterheim olive green raincoat along with my, who are these by? Bass rain boots. I got the jacket and the shoes around the same time because I wanted them to match. I stopped the Stutterheim website to get a good price on the jacket. They are pricey, y'all. So stock the website until they have a sale. I would say go up a size just so you can wear it year round over whatever you're wearing. You won't have to worry about it. But also stock the Bass site for the rain loafers. I just took a chance that the greens matched, and they do. My jacket's in the car, so I can't show that to you, but you're seeing what it looks like here. If you're interested in the raincoat or these shoes, I do recommend the brand Stutterheim, and again, these are Bass. So when I was deciding what to wear on Tuesday, I thought, hey, why not try to keep the black and white theme going? And so that's exactly what I did. I had this white t-shirt that I purchased from Zara months ago that I hadn't worn. And I thought, why not just throw it on with a pair of black high-waisted slacks, the ones that I always wear. I have those pants in black, brown, navy, and like a cream color. I really enjoy the black, brown, and navy. The cream color, not so much. But I got them from, I can't remember, Banana Republic or either Gap, y'all. But I really love those. Those are staples. Anyway, I wore the white shirt tucked in. I think I did a front tuck into the black slacks. And I really enjoyed the outfit. I believe this day I threw on some pearls. I think I wore a pair of pearl earrings all week. And I believe this day I did wear a chunky pearl necklace that I've got. I don't know, y'all. I don't remember. But I really enjoyed the outfit. I think this day I decided to pull out these black low heel pump. Y'all, these shoes are Antonio Milani, and these are the comfort line with the padding. But y'all, these shoes were so uncomfortable. Now, I have not worn them many times, maybe 2 or 3 times, despite the sole, because I had to go searching for them. They were like packed away in my little shoe archive. But y'all, they're not comfortable at all, and so I'm going to have to do something about that. I'm not sure if that means stretching them or just replacing them. Thursday, I wore a white tank, a full black skirt with a black cardigan. Y'all, I've had that skirt for maybe a year, but because I am petite, I needed to get the skirt hemmed, and I just took my time finding a tailor. So a couple of months ago, I was just like, okay, it's time to wear the skirt. So I paid as much to get it hemmed as I did for the skirt, but that's where we were. Another point about this skirt is I really liked it because it had pockets, but the pockets were positioned a little bit in the front. So not exactly on your hips, but maybe just a little toward the front of your body. And I really enjoyed that. I found it a little more comfortable than the traditional placing for pockets. Really enjoyed the outfit, y'all. I just had a basic racer, it may have been ribbed, tucked into the skirt, and I had a black cardigan that I've had for years on top. My building is generally freezing, and I just like to have the option of wearing something on my arms. Let me show you the cardigan. Okay, so what I really like about the cardigan is that it is textured, and so it has this yarn work and lace on top all the way down both sides of the front. So I wore that over the top, and I wore a pair of gold pointy toe flats, and I think those are actually by Hush Puppy, y'all, and I've had them for quite a while as well, maybe 2 years, and I like them. They worked, they got the job done. On Friday, I thought this is my last day to kind of keep the black and white theme going. On Fridays, we are permitted to dress a little more casually, and so I decided to go for a white button down, y'all. The button down I wore was actually a men's button down because I recall kind of struggling with the buttons, and I want to say it was from Gap. It was a men's Gap button down, and I bought it specifically because the collar buttoned down. With the white button down, I wore a pair of jeans, probably American Eagle, and I wore a pair of black loafers. I don't have the loafers at hand, but the loafers are Steve Madden. I've had them for about a year, and I really like them. My regular size is a 6.5, but I may have gotten them in a 7 just so that I can wear them year round with socks. I do really enjoy them, and I recommend them. With all 4 outfits, I wore one of 2 bags. The first one is a little wicker bag from Zara. I've had this bag for maybe 4 or 5 years, y'all. I don't recall, but I do know that I pull it out every spring, summer, and obviously get loads of compliments. It's really functional. It is spacious. I do like it has a little pinch opening, and yeah, it did come with this strap. I was about to say I think I borrowed a strap, but no, it did come with this strap. So if I didn't carry this bag this week, I carried a black tote bag that I've also had for a very long time, and I remember I got this 6 or 7 years ago from actually Amazon, y'all. I wear perfume most days, but this week I was in the mood for something really light, and so I really like to throw it on a super hot day where I plan to be outside a lot, but it works on a work day where I just want to smell pleasant. And so I went with Dolce & Gabbana. On the other days, I wore the Gucci Flora. This is a gardenia scent. I'm trying it out in the travel size just to be sure that I like it. After I purchased it, I realized that I have a Zara perfume that strongly reminds me of this. So I'm not sure if this will make it to the full size, but I do like it. Here and there I'll do a theme, not very often, but it worked for me this week. So let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, you can drop them below and I'll be sure to answer. I'm going to go now to try to move my body. So I'll call you back. Hey y'all. Nope.